light in the 10 directions, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, to whom we bow in gratitude. Teaching and living the way of mindfulness in the very midst of suffering and confusion, Sakyamuni Buddha, the awakened one, to whom we bow in gratitude. Showing the way fearlessly and compassionately, the stream of all our ancestral teachers, to whom we bow in gratitude. Brother Cheng Leung, you may now come and present your insight gatha to our spiritual ancestors.
When the present moment reveals its true face, the three poisons become a vehicle for liberation. To walk the Buddha's way of non-duality is to see material and spiritual realms as one. Last night, lightning illuminated the sky. This morning, fog hid the valley. Enjoying a walk in the forest, looking back, even my footprints have disappeared.
Khi giây phút hiện tại hiện nguyên hình, thì tam độc trở thành ra một chiếc xe chở tới giải thoát. Bước trên con đường của Bụt, con đường bất nhị, tôi thấy tâm và vật không là phải là hai. Đêm qua, chớp lòe làm sáng cả bầu trời. Sáng hôm nay, sương mù phủ kín thung lũng. Đi chơi thảnh thơi trong rừng vắng, nhìn lại dấu chân của tôi, chính dấu chân của tôi cũng không còn. Brother Cheng Leung, your gatha is accepted. Đây là bài kệ truyện đăng trao cho Chân Lượng Fred Eppsteiner trong lễ truyện đăng của Đại Giới Đàn Hương Tích This is the gatha given to Brother Chân Lượng Fred Eppsteiner during the lamp transmission ceremony. Chân quán luyện thành ngọc báu, lượng từ che chở cho nhau. Cánh cửa vô sinh đã hé, nhất tâm thành tựu đạo màu. The true practice of meditation brings forth precious gems of light. It is with the energy of loving kindness that we protect and nourish each other. The door to the ultimate is open. One-mindedness is needed for the realization of the wonderful path. Brother Chân Lượng, please join your palms and receive the gatha formally. Chân quán luyện thành ngọc báu, lượng từ che chở cho nhau. Cánh cửa vô sinh đã hé, nhất tâm thành tựu đạo màu. Hai chân triệu âm thuyết phổ môn, cửu liên hoa lý hiện đồng chân. Dương chi nhất đích chân cam lộ, tán trái tác sơn hà đại địa xuân. Nam mô Đức Đại Bi Quang Thế Âm Bồ Tát. Brother Chân Lượng, this lamp has been transmitted to us by the Buddha himself through so many generations of teachers and ancestors. Now it is being entrusted to you. Please practice in such a way, live your daily life in such a way that this lamp be kept alive, always shining, and you have the duty to transmit it to your children and grandchildren in the blood family and in the spiritual family as well. So please join your palm and formally receive. Hearing the bell, please stand up and bow 3 times to our spiritual ancestors in order to show your gratitude. Brothers and sisters, let us rise to welcome the new Dharmacharya. The Dharma is deep and lovely. We now have a chance to sit. Study it and practice it. We vow to realize this
Sugata begins when the present moment reveals its true face. The three poisons become a vehicle for liberation. Usually when we begin our practice, we don't see it that way. We see the three poisons as our enemy. We see so much negativity in our mind and our surroundings that we reject that whole part of ourselves. But as we practice, and as the precious Buddha mind reveals itself in the present moment, and as the mind begins to loosen and open and begin to reveal its depth, all of a sudden these poisons that we were so scared of, that we felt would kill us, begin to lose their power. And more than that, their arising in our mind gives us opportunity to understand and practice even more. So in a sense, it's the arisal of greed and the arisal of anger and all those negative mind states that spur us to practice and deepen our understanding and deepen our compassion, not only for ourselves, but for others. To walk the Buddha's way of non-duality is to see material and spiritual realms as one. In the beginning, we want to get away from our present reality. We want to go to Plum Village. We want to go to heaven. We want a new relationship. We want a new job. We want a new place to live. We want a new body. But as we practice, we begin to realize there's no heaven, no hell, no nirvana, no samsara outside of our own mind. And truly, they are no different. Because all states of mind all partake of the same Buddha essence. And if seen correctly and penetrated deeply, hold the promise of liberation. Last night, the lightning. Sometimes it's stormy. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's clear and illuminated. Sometimes it's dark and foggy and unseen. Sometimes we're angry. Sometimes we're happy. Sometimes we're patient. Sometimes we're sad. No difference. What we need to do is just learn to accept ourselves as we are, and accept everything that arises in our mind just as it is. Unmoved, clear, accepting, even loving and compassionate to ourselves. And as we practice that practice of letting go, seeing and letting go, seeing and letting go, seeing and letting go, we can then begin to take that out to others in the world. And there's a clarity and a brilliance and an openness that begins to manifest in all we do. Enjoying a walk in the forest, looking back, even my footprints have disappeared. We like to say nice things in poetry, like enjoying a walk in the forest. But maybe I should have said smelling the smells of the septic system at the Lower Hamlet. Maybe something like that would bring home more. There's no difference. And that the ability to lose ourselves in the present moment is afforded in every opportunity. We don't have to pick and choose. We don't have to discriminate. We don't have to seek this and reject that. We just have to move along with whatever presents itself to our mind, to our body, to all our sense fields. And then we can truly walk the way of liberation. Now, this gata I wrote is really not
Vigata that I wrote. I actually wrote a poem because when I was in America, Arnie told me just write a, I'd never been to a ceremony here, and Arnie had said just write a poem. So I wrote a poem when I was in the Alps recently with Mont Blanc beautifully shining in front. Then I came here and Sister Gina very politely and firmly told me too many lines. Only 4 lines are allowed. So anyhow, I'd like to just take a moment and read the poem because in a certain sense, knowing this ordination was coming, I sort of knew at some point the poem would come to me. And not that it's so great, but I somehow felt that this was the poem that came out very spontaneously to present to you. And it goes like this. 30 years ago, a bell sounded, and the present moment, unannounced, wondrous and poignant, was revealed. Walking the Buddha's way since 1969, watching the endless stream of thoughts, feelings, sensations come and go, the present moment, wondrous and poignant, both refreshes and inspires. No longer fearing the 3 poisons, no longer rejecting the world of things or yearning for a spiritual life, helping when I can help, letting go when I cannot. The present moment, wondrous and poignant, manifests in all I do. Today the journey continues where it began, and though there are no lamps to light, no darkness to dispel, no teaching to transmit, nothing to receive, and no one to receive it, resting in the present moment, wondrous and poignant, I take the lamp to guide myself and all beings to the other shore.
Receiving the lamp, practicing the way of mindfulness. Receiving the lamp, practicing the way of mindfulness. Gives rise to benefits without limit. Gives rise to benefits without limit. We vow to share the fruits with all beings. We vow to share the fruits with all beings. We vow to offer tribute to parents, teachers. We vow to offer tribute to parents, teachers, friends and all beings. Friends and all beings. Who give guidance and support along the path. Who give guidance and support along the path. Thank you, Brother Cheng Leung. Please join now your brothers on the left. Le frère Trân Tình Nhãn nguyện văn kỳ cương et prier de se présenter devant les 3 joyaux.